How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Crystalline. Last time we were here, we had the water temple, ice temple, the same kind of element, really. We had some pretty fun shenanigans there between the main protagonist, and Leanna, plus some fun drama between Kara and Zack, which was just endlessly hilarious. And then had a bit of a more serious note as we ended up finding out the Void are getting really dangerous. But we have hope. Turns out, if we go absorb the energy of the Shadow Temple, which is what's augmenting their ability to make these unstable, crystals that they use to, do a lot of their most dangerous magic, we can curb them. We can stop it, because I guess if we absorb the energy there, it's likely they won't be able to make them, or at least it will take a lot more energy and effort to do so. We also had, strangely, the first option to end the game. The first ending. I gave you an option at some point to be like, do I stay with my friends and help them try and solve the void problem and absorb the last amount of energy, or do I try and go home? I was almost mad that they would even ask that, but I came back and experimented with it later. Turns out it is an ending. I'm not going to tell you much about it because A, it's in the Discord if you ever want to hear kind of a summary of it, but more importantly, it gives you something to explore yourself. But it's a genuine ending. That's all I'll say about it. Anyway, other than that, we obviously did the smart thing, and we have set out with our friends to go and try and stop Void, and that kind of makes me think we're really close to the end of the game. The fact that it offered me an ending is a great indicator that we might be done with this a lot sooner than I even thought we would. God, time flies, but it is kind of exciting. It's funny because I love all these series, I love doing them, but every time we get close to an end, I also get excited because I already know what the next one's going to be, and it's going to be awesome, so stick around for that. Anyway, let's jump right back into it. So there's really not much else to talk about, so let's get on. It's dusk by the time we've gathered all the ingredients for dinner. Nana helps me prepare our meal as the others gather around the map. She stokes the fire with her wind magic. The flames burst higher, crackling and heating up our stew. The firelight casts an orange glow across her beautiful face. Aww. Yeah. No, that ending was not fun. I smile and lean in to kiss her on the cheek. She squeaks and my lips come in contact with something cold and hard. I blink and my lips have kissed her gauntlet instead. What's wrong? My words are muffled by the lips moving against her palm. Leanna's voice lowers to a hush.
What if they see us?
Does that matter at this point? They all know. I think they knew before we knew. I glance at the group. They seem to be absorbed in the map to even notice. Does that matter now? She blushes and I gently take her hand in mine. Nana freezes. She glances at my hand, covering hers. Another faint blush heats her cheeks. She shakes her head.
I guess it doesn't.
An odd joy unfurls in my chest, and the grin spreads across my face. I glance at the group, then back to her. If we acknowledge we're dating to the group, maybe Leanna would be more comfortable acting like a real couple in front of everyone? Maybe we should tell them we're dating? Leanna turns a darker shade of red. She bites her lip, hesitating. I squeeze her hand. Her blue eyes flick to mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah! She squeezes back. A smile graces her lips.
How do you think we should do it?
I don't know. If we did it the Kara way, we'd just start making out right here. I don't think we should do that. It's not our style. One of us should tell them. Show, don't tell, let's make out. See, there's the option. And just let it happen naturally. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. Where it's we're just kind of casually just sitting here. We'll have little kisses here or there. We'll just be holding hands and having a conversation. Just be completely normal. I bet you no one will even react. Don't overthink it. We should just rejoin them and just say whatever comes to us. Whatever comes to us. Nana pouts.
Maybe this isn't a big deal to you, but I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I can just go. I bring her hand to my lips and kiss it. Don't worry, everything will be just fine. I promise. She smiles and relaxes. Let's go. Kind of makes sense we do it together. I tug her to a stand, gently leading her to the group. Nerves flutter in my stomach as we approach. Yeah, it is always unnerving, but once again, we kind of already know. They've all known.
According to the notes, if we head in this direction...
Hey, guys. Everyone looked up. The bongo blinks up at the top of up from the top of Amelia's head. I kind of get the feeling Pongo used to be our right-hand man. I feel like he's kind of abandoned us. We have an announcement. They could be cool, back to this. Kai raises her eyebrow.
Oh?
Yes. They stare, waiting for me to continue. Glances at Leanna. Her blue eyes shimmer with confidence. She nods, encouraging me to go on. A second, a deep breath. Leanna and I are dating. Everyone, including the Pongo, blinks.
Right.
Duh! She turns to face the map again. The rest of the team falls in. I called it!
Okay, then if we want to go through here, the last location will be at Meja.
Hey!
We'll have to backtrack to Costa Coral too.
Did you even hear what I said? The party looks up. Zack crosses his arms.
Yeah. So?
They were like, you've been dating since like we've known you, right? So? Don't you care? A fox's grin slides across Kara's face.
It's not exactly new news.
Leanna balks.
What?
Shock floods me. How did you find out? It's blatantly obvious. I think of all the times Leanna masked my advances. I think of all the times Leanna masked my advances, all the secret glances we took to make sure no one was looking. Kara's eyes sparkle with mirth.
It was very, very obvious.
It was. Heat scorches up into my face. I try to look at Leanna and notice her face is just as red as mine.
But how? We were so careful.
Kara giggles, as pleased as the cat in the sun.
You're right. Maybe you two should show your affection so we know you're telling the truth.
Oh no.
Kara!
Amy cocks her head, deep in thought. The Pongo lets out a little squeak as he slips up onto her shoulder.
This is an interesting development.
Okay, so at least it was news for you, Amy. I mean, somebody needed to know, apparently. It is? She nods.
Based on your individual masteries of energy manipulation, your genetic merge should yield an extremely magical inclined offspring.
Oh dear. Kara gasps.
Oh, you're right. They will have such beautiful babies together.
Ooh, yeah, top 10 comments not to make with the new couple. That's hilarious, though. Amelia turns to look at her.
I noticed you used the plural.
Of course.
Her eyes shimmer with stars as she imagines our future children.
Such sweet, beautiful, magical children. I can just see them.
Zack gives her a strange look and tries to hide it in the background.
Okay, this conversation is ending right now.
Oh, babies! Babies! Let's get started! Go, sleeping bag! Nope. Well, I guess now. Storks deliver babies in Terra too? This one's stupid, but funny. So none of the guys know, it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. This one, I let's go over the top, shall we? I mean, he tends to be an over the top man. The big babies means you have to. My face goes hot. Go, really, Einstein? I agree. Let's change the subject.
Oh, you two are so red.
Anna squeaks.
Oh, this is all too much.
She covers her face with her hands. Kara laughs. Well, our confession wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. I wonder when they first started to figure it out. Day freaking 1. I'm going to go check in the stew. Leanna and I return to the stew. Once everything's done cooking, we ladle out bowls. Everyone joins us for dinner. Dinner's strange without giggling. I kind of miss his stories. He was there for 1 day! After dinner, Leanna and I turn in early for bed. Leanna seems to fall asleep quickly, but I can still hear the others snickering and planning out our next course of action. Why the snickering? I'm worried. I groan and pull my pillow over my ears. It takes a while, but eventually I fall asleep. I like how every night we don't fall asleep in the same way. That is kind of a nice touch. It's easy to get super repetitive with that kind of thing. Yes. Okay. It took a second there. It's kind of having weird issues today. I don't know what's up. There was an update recently that was supposed to fix some stuff, but I've also noticed the load times have been a little bit more unstable. So if we just suddenly lose it, like, it's not my fault. After a well-rested night, we wake up to bright and early for another full day of travel. Oh, that was my leg. I popped my knee. Ow. My legs ache by the time we make it out of the mountains, and they're aching even more traveling towards Costa Coral. It's hard to walk through the sand in our boots and supplies. Why are they in the sand? Get up one higher. But we make good time and eventually return to the beach city. There we go. The sun lowers over the ocean in the distance, smearing the sky in pinks and purples. Golden light sparkles across the waves. I wish we had time for another visit to the beach. Yeah. Oh well. Nobody pays us any attention as we return to the inn. We plop down on one of the tables, exhausted. My stomach grumbles. I'm starving.
I'm pretty hungry myself. I'll go get us some food.
Thank you.
Please let me assist you.
Thank you too. As they stand to their feet, a voice stops them.
Excuse me, miss.
Oh, what's this? We pause and turn around. A young man stands on one of the nearby tables and rushes over to us. As he gets closer, I can see he's wearing a blue uniform with a mailbag strapped across his chest. Interesting. He squints at Leanna, then lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh, thank goodness. I found you.
Has he been trying to follow us? Leanna's brow knits with concern.
Can I help you?
He nods, face flushed from excitement.
I've been trying to catch up to you for days.
Leanna blinks.
Days?
He nods.
I missed you in Illumia. Someone said they saw your group head towards Costa Coral, so I made my way here. But after searching all day, all over town, I couldn't find you.
He groans, his hands flying up into his hair.
The next day, someone pointed in the direction they thought they saw you guys heading. So I kept traveling and asking for directions. I followed them as best I could, but I got lost.
Kind of story of my life right here, actually. He sucks in a deep breath, his voice becoming higher, faster, and more distressed with every word.
There was absolutely nothing there but mountains, so I came back to Costa Coral. I decided that tomorrow morning, I'd just go back to Illumia and see if you showed up. But then I saw you guys, and...
He exhales loudly, then rustles into his bag.
Here.
It's for one letter. He extends the scroll out to Leanna. It's sealed shut with a royal blue wax. There's a sigil of a sunrise on it. Leanna freezes. Uh-oh, family coming and knocking? Of course, that would actually make sense, because then we've officially declared ourselves official boyfriend-girlfriend. Now the family comes into the picture. His voice is hopeful and strained.
You are Leanna Dawn, correct?
Her face grows pale.
Yes?
I frown. What's this about the scroll that's got her looking so cautious? The courier lets out a breath of relief.
Right. I'll be on my way then.
He gives us a low bow and leaves. Leanna's hands shake as she breaks the seal and unravels the scroll. After she finishes reading, she looks solemn. What is it?
It's a letter from my parents.
Oh boy. Your parents? Leanna nods and she scans the page again. She looks up at us with worried eyes.
It sounds urgent. I have to go back home.
Okay.
What's going on?
Leanna shakes her head.
I don't know. I've never gotten a letter to go back home before. So it must be serious.
So, a couple things. Maybe family emergency. Could be a summons for a... Oh no! I think I actually know what it is. I'll say that one third. Second one could be somehow they learned she has a boyfriend, some magic spell or something, and they want to congratulate her and get on the baby making thing once. Or, dun 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 dun, arranged marriage! That's what I bet it is. So they remember we had the whole conversation about, like, they wanted her to be having a family. It's like, well, maybe they'll take matters into their own hands. Ooh, that could be awkward. Kara nods firmly.
We'll go with you.
Leanna hesitates.
But what about Void?
I think we'll be okay. Void will still be there waiting for us. Void isn't going anywhere. They can wait. Nothing is more important than your well-being. It sounds like your family really needs you right now.
That's right.
Zack nods.
We go where you go.
Aww. Where exactly would we be going?
Hearthdawn.
Ooh, that sounds cool. Amelia looks thoughtful.
That is where the celestial mountain ranges are located.
Her eyes light up.
Perhaps we could acquire the extract of spirit flower while we are there.
Interesting.
Oh, that's pretty rare. It'd be a good find.
As the group chats excitedly amongst themselves, Leanna remains quiet. I nudge her. You okay? She nods and smiles at me, but her smile doesn't reach her eyes. My stomach twists with worry. Never seen Leanna act like this. Whatever's happening, I'm sure it'll be okay. The Pongo nods in agreement.
Poi poi.
He wobbles over to her and nuzzles her boot. Her face cracks with a small smile. She bends down and picks him up, hugging the Pongo tight to her chest.
You're right. Thank you. Poi poi.
Good Pongo. The Pongo's voice is soft and concerned. Looks more like Leanna's hugging him for comfort instead of her usual fits of excitement over his cuteness.
In any case, it's getting late.
Agreed. Kara stifles a yawn.
Agreed. Oh, I'm getting a bit sleepy.
Hang on. I have rumblings of a thought that might be happening here. Normally we split up by gender, but now that there's officially out in the open, I wonder if these two are going to try and force us to stay in the same room. We slowly get up from our table. Kara secures a couple of rooms for us and passes us the keys. The team makes their way to the rooms, except for Leanna, who remains seated. I sit back down next to Leanna. Hey, are you sure you're okay? She sighs deeply.
I'm just worried about going home.
Like, why? What did the letter say? Leanna doesn't respond. My stomach clenches. Is it really that bad? She doesn't look at me, but her hand hands me the scroll. I blink, surprised. Are you sure you're okay with me reading it? She nods. Okay, I pause, unsure what I'm about to find. Frowning, I unravel the scroll, revealing large, swoopy, elegant handwriting, with some sunrise sigil stamped next to the signature at the bottom. Dear Leanna, it is of urgent matter that you return home as soon as you are able. Leon has also been summoned. Oh, that must be your brother. Best regards, father. Well, yeah, you could be case like my dad. So it's like, boom. I was traveling and living in North Carolina for a couple of years, and it was in 2011, and so that was the year where we had November 11th, 2011. You know, all ones. A lot of things happened on that day. A lot of people thought it was like tried to make it memorable. My dad decided to get remarried on that day. Told me the day it happened. He's just like, by the way, son, got remarried on this day. Thought it'd be cool to have 11/11/11. See ya. That was it. That was like a whole email to tell me he'd gotten remarried. That was all I heard. I was like, what the heck? Who's Leon?
Oh.
Leanna blinks.
My older brother.
Oh, right. The other mage knight in the Dawn family. She shifts uncomfortably at the mention of other, but nods. The letter was pretty vague. I'd probably be imagining the worst, too. I put a comforting arm around her. It might not be as bad as you think. Leanna shakes her head.
It's not that. I'm surprised and curious by the letter, but I think it'd sound a lot worse if something bad happened.
Okay. Then what are you worried about? Leanna's silent for a moment.
My family... they don't...
She sucks in a deep breath.
They don't exactly know that I'm a mage knight.
Oh, that is... how? What? What? How come her family doesn't know about something that's so important to her? What do your parents think you're doing, then? Leanna blushes.
They think I'm just a mage working as a researcher.
Ah, well, we could either perpetuate the lie, say you're like Amelia's assistant, or you can just be honest. Why haven't you told them? You've accomplished so much. I'm sure they'd be proud of you.
They wouldn't. My parents are very traditional. Being a mage knight isn't exactly normal for a girl.
Really? I got the impression that gender boundaries weren't really that big of a thing here, but well, maybe like this, like maybe our world it is. Interesting. This is an interesting one. Because I agree, they should be more supportive. And I agree, it's not good to keep secrets. But I also understand. Because I understand what it's like to make a decision that your parents don't approve of. Granted, I never had to lie about it, but at the same time, I know what it's like to kind of be told, you know, we don't support you in this. And I'm like, okay. It's really unfortunate. I understand why you're afraid to tell them. Leanna lets out a breath.
You do?
I nod. You want to keep your parents happy and proud. If they knew that you were a mage knight, things would be more complicated.
Exactly. I figured I'd tell them eventually. I just didn't think it would have to be so soon.
Well, I mean, you've been a mage knight for a while, haven't you? No wonder she's so worried about facing them. Either way, I'll be here to support you. She flashes me a genuine smile and squeezes my hand.
Speaking of which, do you think you can also keep our relationship a secret?
Fine. A secret? Leanna nods. I'll try, but no one can escape the burning fire of our love. I kind of want to say that to bring some levity to the situation, but I also just like, yeah, of course I will. I think I'm going to be funny this time around, though. I'll do my best to keep it a secret. Then lets out a deep breath.
Thank you.
A smirk fluttered across my face. But of course. My arm snakes around her shoulders, pulling her close. Our love for each other kindles with the flames of 1,000 suns. I cannot promise they won't notice our burning passion. Then his eyebrows twitch.
Burning passion?
Yep. If they stand close to us, they may become scorched. She snorts, trying to hold back a laugh.
Scorched?
That's right. She tries to hold a serious face, but the facade cracks. She turns away, laughing into her hand. Or perhaps just mildly sunburned.
You're so crazy.
I know. She shakes her head, amused. It makes sense. I don't want to pressure Leanna into doing something she isn't ready to do. It's best to respect her and her situation. Her face softens.
Thank you.
She snuggles into my side.
I really appreciate it.
Aww. I wrap my arm around her. Oh, it's nothing. I can keep a secret. She smiles, eyelids drooping. She yawns and snuggles deeper into my chest. Finally getting sleepy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A small chuckle puffs out of me. It's getting late. Even so, I don't want to move.
Yeah,
She groans.
just a few more minutes.
I can get behind that. She clings tighter to me.
Please.
See? I pull her close to me and feel her smile beside me. She asks a few questions about what my family's like, and I tell her stories. She tells me more about her brother and how close they are. So I'm guessing he knows. It isn't until the fire in the lobby crackles loudly, water bursting within the wood, that I realize I'd fallen asleep. I looked down and noticed Leanna had drifted off too, still curled into my side. Leanna, she stirs.
Hmm?
Come on, it's time to go to bed. My eyelids feel like they're being weighed down by maple syrup. When I force myself to stay awake, she sighs deeply and then returns and reluctantly lifts her head. Hand in hand, we walk up the stairs before separating to our respective rooms. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I fall into a deep sleep, a smile on my face. Yes! Made the right choices this time! I love that I got to make her laugh. It's a skill I wish I were better at in real life. Being able to get people to laugh and when the more serious emotions are kind of heading in. I naturally wake up early the next day. I guess I'm finally starting to get used to these early days and early nights. Zack is already awake. He nods in a morning greeting. After getting ready, we head downstairs where the girls wait for us. We'll grab a quick breakfast and head into the city. Dun 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 dun. Take one last look at the ocean. Goodbye, gentle ocean breeze. Goodbye, bathing suits and fun beach time. Leanna leads the way towards her hometown. Can't help but wonder what her family's like. Are they anything like Leanna? Yes and no, I'm guessing. Will they like me? No. Around midday, we take a break from traveling. At least everyone else gets to have a break. Training. Leanna pulls me aside for our training session. No rest for the wicked. She leads me out to the field and we begin our normal regime. Our blades clash against each other, the wind augmenting our speed and abilities. Fighting with her feels like a blur, a dance. It's easier to keep up with her, but Leanna still proves to be a challenging opponent.
Wow, you guys are fast.
I turn to see Kara and the others sitting on the sidelines watching.
Hey!
I whirl back around as Leanna swings. I yell, barely blocking the blow in time. Leanna grins.
Eyes on the battle.
Right. Still, the sight of Amelia sitting with the other sparks an idea in my head. Oh, don't you dare! Amy and I have been practicing fire magic. Leanna doesn't know that, and I can use that to my advantage. Leanna begins to swirl her blade again, like usual. I draw upon the magic within me, feeling it gather in my palm. As she moves to strike, I let loose a fireball, sending it flying straight towards her. Her reflexes kick in, she cuts the ball in half, blowing the fire out. The flames harmlessly lick the air as it snuffs out of existence. She freezes, shocked.
Fire magic? How is that possible?
It's a little bit of a trick. Zack, Kara, and the Pongo are equally surprised.
Am I still sleeping, or did he just cast something that wasn't wind magic?
Yep.
That's crazy. When did you learn to do that?
My grin broadens. It's all thanks to Amy. Amelia nods.
That is correct. We have been meeting late in the night to practice on each other.
Phrasing! Leanna's eyes widen. She whirls to face Amy, completely red.
Wait, what?
Amy nods.
He has told me he has left each night feeling quite satisfied.
Phrasing!
What?
Whoa, wait a minute. Amelia remains as stoic as ever, but she seems confused by Leanna's reaction.
I do not understand your surprise. In truth, we have shared many sessions together.
Phrasing!
What?
Amy growls around her form, rounding on me. She means training sessions! My voice squeaks like I've just struck puberty all over again. I show my hands, my fingers still sizzling and smoking with flames. We've been training for magic! Anna calms down as the wind dissipates around her. Why would she assume otherwise?
Oh, right.
Damn, she raised her eyebrows. Sheesh. Man, we've been careful. She's one step away from yonder, eh?
You have an odd way of wording things, Amy.
Amelia doesn't seem to hear Zack's comment. Instead, she taps her chin in thought. I bet she does it on purpose.
I am quite pleased to see you cast another element so naturally. It seems our training together has been of use after all.
Yeah, it's getting easier every time I cast.
The fact that you have mastered another element so quickly is very impressive. Truly, your growth has been established at an accelerated rate.
Let's try water magic. Come on, let's try water magic. Oh, shucks. Watch out, new mage casters in town, or let's make a big deal out of this. Let's not make a big deal out of this. I shrug off her compliment. If you thought that was cool, though, just wait till you see me cast all the elements. Once Amy and I figured out the connection between emotion and casting, I've been secretly practicing summoning by other elements. By channeling what I feel when the elemental transferred her power to me her power, I've been able to cast both water and earth magic too, which is freaking crazy. Leanna blinks in surprise.
What? Really? I see. I suppose it would be natural for you to discover the casting methods for the remaining elements too.
Zack smirks.
Sounds like a demonstration's in order.
I still suck though. Right now? He nods.
Unless you can't actually summon all the elements.
Just shut up. I scoff and take a step back, readying myself. Almost instinctively, I first channel wind magic. I've been doing it for so long, it feels like second nature. Next, I materialize a ball of fire next to the ball of wind. The fire eagerly laps at the wind. Focusing on my concentration, I remember the tranquility of the Earth Temple and create a shield of earth. Cool liquid forms at my fingertips as I summon water. With all the elements in hand, I mold them into their own balls of energy and let them loose in the sky. I wonder what happens if I combine them. I summon a fireball, add wind magic to it. The fire eagerly eats up the added oxygen, swelling twice its size in an instant. Whoa! I dropped the concentration as I tried not to burn myself. Maybe I should try something else. I bring up earth and shield and ice it over with water magic. Summoning wind magic, I funnel the energy into a small whirlwind and slowly add fire to it. Then I launch the frozen shield. The ice fizzles beneath the fire's heat, the shield blasts into bits. My friends duck to avoid the shrapnel. Sorry! My breathing starts to become labored and sweat beads on my temple. I wonder what would happen if I tried combining all the elements at once. I try to mush all the elements into a ball of energy, but my knees give out. Ugh. Magic winks out as I slide into the grass. My chest struggles for breath and I gulp the air in short gasps. My muscles burn as if I'd finished a weight training session instead of a magic training session. Lana rushes over to me, her brow furrowed in concern.
Are you okay?
I think I tried a little too hard there. She frantically checks me, making sure I haven't suffered any external injuries when I fell, giving her a calming smile, but she doesn't seem convinced. Yeah, Kara looks nervous.
Maybe you don't try that again for a while.
Yeah. Amelia tilts her head.
A curious reaction, but one which is unsurprising.
I remember the warning she gave me about using a high amount of energy at once. I used too much energy again, didn't I? She nods. If this keeps up, I'm never going to be able to open a rift to go back home. How do we move past this?
Casting magic is just like building any other muscle or skill. The more you practice, the stronger your ability to cast multiple elements will become.
Guess I'm going to need a lot of training, huh?
Indeed.
Our eyes lock, a light spark behind Amy's eyes, and I feel a smile slowly rise on my lips. I feel like there's a deep understanding between us that wasn't there before. Leanna's face is still creased with worry.
Right. Just stay here for a while, okay? You need your rest. We can take care of cleaning up the camp.
Oh, come on. Zack and Kara nod.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
You sure?
Boy,
Pongo bounces into my arms. He snuggles up to me, trying to comfort me.
boy.
Aww. I smile and pat him on the head. I'm starting to feel better already. The others leave me to rest, and I hear a small sound. What was that? Something shifts from the corner of my eye. I blink and lift my head. Oh! Pink Pongo hops up out of the edge of the forest. She pauses, looking around. Aw, another Pongo. What if she's lost? My Pongo perks up in my lap.
Boy?
The pink Pongo blinks. She tilts her head.
Boy?
My Pongo's cheeks dust pink against his blue. Aw, that's so cute! It's like I've never seen a girl before. His eyes shimmer with wonder. Is this love at first sight? My Pongo blinks and shakes his head, snapping out of his trance. He bounces up to her.
Boy!
They're so cute. She smiles shyly.
Boy!
What is happening? My blue Pongo shivers happily. He splits into a wide grin.
Boy!
Oh no. Which quickly transforms into a lewd grin. Oh, you stop that!
Boy!
Oh, you friggin' pervert. Oh no. The pink Pongo scrunches up her little face in disgust.
Boy!
Oh, you idiot. In a flash, she scampers away.
Boy!
Although my Pongo tries to stop her, he's too late. She disappears from view. Aww.
Boy!
He waits and then slumps.
Boy!
Oh no! He shrinks about 2 inches, absolutely crestfallen. Cheer him up. Hey, little guy. You alright?
Boy!
Aww. His body, heavier than usual, deflates. He flops face first to the ground like a glob of ice cream. His voice is muffled against the grass.
Boy!
Oh no, I've never seen him like this. I pat him on the head. It's okay, we've all been rejected at some point.
Boy!
He snaps at me. Okay, maybe he's not really looking for advice. I pause and look around, trying to think of something. Sunlight glistens off my gauntlet. I blink and glance down at it. Wait, I have an idea.
Boy?
The Pongo looks up at the sound of me fiddling with my gauntlet. It takes me a few minutes, but I pry the crystal out. But when I do, I smile and extend it to him. I don't really need this anymore, so I'd like for you to have it.
Boy?
The Pongo's eyes grow wide. He sits up.
Boy?
Yeah. A huge, delighted grin spreads across his face.
Boy!
He leaps between my neck and shoulder, nuzzling me, his cold against my skin, making me laugh and squirm. I lift the crystal up to him, his mouth chomps over it.
Boy!
He leaps down and hops away, content with his new treasure.
You came on too strong.
Yeah, he did. Zack's voice startles me. Look around. The group's already finished cleaning up the camp and is standing beside me. Kara shakes her head disappointedly.
Doesn't matter the species, there's always one thing on their mind.
Oi! Maybe, but most of us have control over it. Amelia pats her Pongo on the head.
Do not fret. One day, you will find a mate with exceptional eyes and exquisite roundness.
Exceptional eyes and exquisite roundness. Leanna smiles encouragingly. Speaking of Pongos and relationships, how do Pongos mate anyway? Pongo gives me a pointed look.
See? One-track mind.
I'm just curious. Leanna gives me a disapproving look. Zack just shakes his head.
I think now's about as good a time as any to head out.
Oh, fine.
Agreed.
Fine. No lessons in nature. Still feeling the lingering effects of my cast, we make slow time, but continue our journey towards Hearthdawn. Oh, it said Hearthdown. It's like, that's not right. After about 4 more days of travel, we soon see the buildings casting tall shadows over the gates of Hearthdown. The wrought iron gates have intricately curled cast iron tips. Ooh, very Germanic. I think we've seen this slide before somewhere. I can already tell this place is more extravagant than any other town we passed through. The guards look us over as we approach, but when they see Leanna, they nod deeply.
Welcome back, my lady.
Oh dear, she's like noble.
Yes. Thank you.
Didn't realize she was a frickin' princess. That would explain why they want her married. Leanna blushes deeply. She stammers out a reply. The guards bow slightly as Leanna hurries us through. Tips fedora. Milady. We are not going that route. That was weird. Glance at Leanna, who tries to hide her face behind her hair. So that was different. She forces a laugh.
I know. That was definitely unusual and not something they do all the time.
She's so bad at lying. Uh-huh. That doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Nope.
Leanna hurries ahead to lead us through the finely cobbled streets. The shop's fronts are all neatly printed with respectable plotted plants, and other small decorations. The signs all have various elegant looping letters. I feel like I just stepped into a Jane Austen novel. Anyway, Amelia follows close behind, clutching the Pongo to her chest. She surveys her surroundings with slight interest. Kara flashes Zack a playful smile.
Milord.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, come on. Won't you at least offer me your arm?
Why? You always just take it anyway.
Oh, she pouts.
You don't have a romantic bone in your body.
She tugs on Zack's arm anyway. He doesn't resist, and soon the two of them catch up. The further we travel through town, the more people seem to recognize Leanna and give her the same polite greeting. She nervously responds, trying to downplay the attention. Okay, now it's starting to be weird. I exchange confused glances with my team. Yeah. Finally, we reach the deserted area of town. A smile returns to her face as she recognizes the shops and streets which we travel. Although she doesn't talk about her home much, I can tell she's happy being back. Our boots crunch under the white gravel as we turn into a long, tree-lined drive. Lush green lawns and colorful gardens sweep the roads to the estate. Oh my gosh. The estate is dazzling white, maybe 4 or 5 stories tall. A large fountain sits before it, the water spraying and glittering in the sun. Beyond the mansion, the farming scenes of the mountain, Beyond the mansion and framing the scene are the mountains and the brilliant blue sky. Don't know why I kept saying farming. I don't know what's going on. Kara's eyes grow wide.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa. Zack whistles appreciatively.
Damn.
Amelia pauses, taking in the mansion.
The architecture for this building is quite exquisite. Would this be the town hall or mayoral house, perhaps?
Maybe the mayoral. Leanna twists her skirt nervously.
Not quite.
What is it? As if on cue, a small woman with simple clothes and plaited hair passes by. She nearly drops the bag she's carrying when she sees Leanna and dips into a low curtsy.
Milady, you returned home.
Oh my gosh.
Home?
Yeah.
You grew up in style, huh?
Leanna's cheeks flame.
It's nothing.
Are you a princess? Is Mr. Darcy home? Like, I don't know. I still like the over-the-top stuff. I don't know. It seems really tactless. Let's go for it. Leanna, you didn't tell me you were a princess. Leanna flushes peony pink. What?
Because I'm not.
Super. I mean, no, we're in a secret. We said secret. Excuse me, princess. That made me Prince Charming. Are you sure it doesn't make... But yeah, they aren't a princess? Because you're Prince Charming standing right in front of you. She looks around.
Really? I don't see him.
Oh, ooh! Ah, ouch. Leanna noses my face and laughs.
Just kidding. I found him.
Leanna sticks in a breath. Seems all the excitement has gone to her flustered.
Let's just get going.
Yeah, let's get this done. I have a feeling it's going to get much more interesting. We follow her up the gravel road, and we get closer to the fountain. I notice the sigil on Leanna's letter. The same sigil on Leanna's letter is engraved in the stone. The waterworks run from a sapphire swan. Ooh. The Pongo's eyes grow wide.
Boy!
He squirms out of his truck and leaps into the fountain before landing in a big splash. I think he's just cannonballed right in there. The Pongo burbles happily in the water as he continues to splash around, pretending to be a fish.
Aww.
He is pretty cute. I'm guessing someone else might not like this, though. Leanna rushes over to the fountain and gives the Pongo a little tickle. He giggles happy bubbles.
I wish I could save this moment forever.
Shall I go and fetch the portrait, Master?
Oh my gosh.
No. That won't be necessary.
Jeez Louise. Their own portrait master, too. Just how rich are these people? It's freaking ridiculous.
As you wish, milady. I shall go and alert your father of your return.
She curtsies again and hurries towards the mansion.
So that just happened.
Kara giggles.
I think you left out a few important details, which would have been nice to know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Indeed. If we had prior notice of your noble heritage, perhaps we could have made more appropriate preparations on our presentation.
Yeah, like we might have wanted to get a little fancier dressed. Presentation?
Yes, such as our choice of dress.
She looks pointedly at Kara.
I dress very appropriately for my profession.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you just stare at her. She crosses her arms.
Well, it's a little too late for that now.
Don't worry about it. We'll just go in and I'll say hi to my parents and I'm sure we'll be out in no time. Come on.
Well, that's a good joke. Leanna leads us to the front door. She reaches up to the golden door knocker and pounds twice. The double doors fly open. An older man greets us with a warm smile.
Lady Liana?
Whoa. Scroggins Willingsworth? Wigglesworth? Wow. Leanna's face lights up.
Scroggins! It's good to see you're still doing well.
Aw, Scroggins. What a weird name. The butler, Scroggins, as it were, bows at the waist.
Lady Liana, how good to see you. Your father...
He trails off, eyeing her clothing.
My lady, what are you wearing?
Huh?
She glances down at her white armor, horror flashing across her face as she squeaks.
Oh, this old thing?
Yeah. It's a new uniform for major researchers. Scroggins frowns.
Sir, please forgive my impudence. However, I do recognize the uniform of a mage knight when I see one. After all, we do have a mage knight within the House of Dawn.
Well, that didn't go well. His voice rings with pride. Oh, Scroggins, if only you knew. Leanna's face turns pink.
Pay him no mind, Scroggins. Now, where is my father?
Leanna adeptly avoids answering, the air of authority in her voice silencing Scroggins. Says Scroggins again. It feels weird in the mouth. He's unconvinced, but let's the subject drop. He clears his throat.
As I was saying, my lady, your father is in an important meeting.
Leanna frowns.
I see. And my brother?
Your brother will not arrive until this evening.
Right. He looks apologetic.
And the rooms are not yet prepared.
Leanna blinks.
Oh,
My most profound apologies. You and your...
He pauses, gazing. His gaze travels from Zack's weathered trench coat, Amelia's school uniform, Kara's skimpy outfit, and he sees the sword strapped to my back and arches an eyebrow.
guests are more than welcome to wait here, if you so please.
Yeah, this isn't going well.
No, thank you.
He answers and usually firm. Even Scrodgens looks surprised.
Of course, as your lady pleases.
Leanna looks a little uncomfortable.
How do you guys feel if I show you around town instead?
I'd be down for that. Kara grins.
That's a good idea. I'd be interested to explore where Lady Leanna grew up.
Leanna stiffens.
It's just Leanna.
Kara giggles, but Scrodgens looks on disapprovingly.
Lady Leanna, we would be happy to provide someone to show your friends the town. However, we do request your presence here at the house.
Oh? How come?
It was requested by your mother that should you return, she'd like your opinion on the preparations for this evening.
Oh boy. Leanna sighs but nods.
Of course.
Thank you, my lady.
He bows and disappears into the mansion. Leanna sighs again and turns to face us.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
The burden of being a princess, hmm?
Leanna shoots her a look, but Kara merely smirks.
Are you going to be okay on your own?
It will be no different from when we explore any other unfamiliar town.
Zack and I nod. With a short goodbye, Leanna twirls and enters the mansion, shutting the crystal doors shut behind her. We head back towards town. So, what's the plan now?
I think I'm going to go to the marketplace. What about you, Zack?
Zack shrugs.
Oh, probably go to the...
Kara interrupts him.
In. I don't know why I asked. What about you, Amy?
She looks thoughtful.
Perhaps I will search for a library.
Very typical.
Sounds about right.
We make our way to town, down the gravel path until we arrive back in the town. We all split off and head in different ways. Until I follow them. What do I feel like doing? I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to spend any time with Leanna. We can do a little bit of this. Let's do it. So, let's try and see Leanna, but I'm guessing it's not going to work. I'd like to spend some more time with Leanna. I don't really feel like leaving the estate just yet. You guys go on without me. I'm going to go see if I can help out. Kara raises an eyebrow.
Oh?
Smirk smiles across her face.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Seriously, I probably shouldn't do anything you would do.
Or rather, don't do anything I would do.
Thank you. She winks. A blush heats up my face. I scramble back toward the mansion before she can tease me any further. Maybe I'll go see what Leanna's doing. She's probably done with whatever she had to do by now. It wasn't very long. I retrace my steps back to the mansion. It's not hard to miss, and sparkling in white, sitting on top of a hill overlooking the entire town. Soon make it back to the estate. The servant shows me inside and leads me to the crystal patio doors, opening then to reveal a magnificent courtyard. Hey.
Oh, hey!
Leanna looks surprised to see me, but not unhappy.
What are you doing here?
I just thought I'd come to see if you needed any help.
Thanks, but I'm alright. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. She disappears into the mansion and take a moment to look at the courtyard. There's a maze of hedges in the middle of the garden. Surrounding it are bushes of flowers, and their petals added a dash of color amidst the green like a pastel rainbow. After a few minutes, Leanna emerges.
Follow me.
She grabs my hand and leads me further into the courtyard. Where are we going?
I want to show you something.
Aww. We twist through the maze of neatly trimmed hedges. The flowers sway as we pass them, as if waving hello. Finally, we pause in front of the gnarled tree.
This is where I spent most of my childhood.
Really? By this tree?
Yep. Well, the whole courtyard, really. My brother and I would play hide and seek in the maze when we were younger. Sometimes I'd hide when my parents wanted me to do something I didn't want to do. Scrodgens would spend hours trying to find me. I got really good at hiding and was able to sneakily move to a new spot if I knew he was coming close.
Nice. Poor Scrodgens. I do kind of feel bad, but he's really cute. Imagine a young Leanna peeking behind one of the hedges and smile. I'm sure Scrodgens didn't think so, but that's adorable. Leanna laughs.
I used to get into so much trouble when he'd eventually find me.
So, what's the story behind this tree? Her face lights up.
My brother and I would train here.
Train?
Yes, in sword fighting.
Ooh. Oh! She knows the surprise in my voice.
Why do you seem surprised?
I don't know. Just assumed you did all your training at the academy. She shakes her head.
It was proper for my brother to be trained in combat. I would often sneak here to watch him. and sometimes he'd teach me in secret.
Aw.
When my parents
sounds
discovered
cool.
I wanted to learn, they let me. I'm not entirely sure why. They're usually pretty strict about things, but I guess they felt like it wouldn't really matter either way.
At least you got the opportunity. She nods, places a hand affectionately on the tree. I step closer and notice the nicks along the bark. Casualties from the sword practice, I assume? Sounds like you and your brother have always been close, too. She brightens, again at the mention of him.
Yeah, he's a bit older than I am, so he's always looking out for me. Even when I was little, if Father was angry with me, my brother would take the brunt of the anger to try to protect me.
Sounds like Father got some anger issues. She turns to me, a light dancing in her eyes.
I'm nervous, but I'm also very excited to see him again. It's been too long.
I bet. Suddenly, a sly smile spreads across her face.
Follow me.
Uh-oh, again?
Come on!
Yes, grabs my hand, steers me deeper into the gardens. This has really turned into something like a whole thing. I didn't realize we were going to be doing all this. Where are we going now? She giggles.
You'll see.
Oh, this will be cute, I'm sure. Nana pushes aside some greenery and reveals a small gap. Looks as though it might have been bigger before, but it's been overgrown. What's this? Her blue eyes twinkle.
So impatient. Come on.
Just asking questions. We squeeze our way through, having to bend low to avoid hitting our heads. Some skinny branches scratch at my skin. After a while, Leanna pushes aside even more branches and leaves. A soft breeze, laced with the scent of something floral, caresses my face. She leads me into a tiny grassy area surrounded by trees. They remind me of weeping willows, except the branches bloom with long streamers of sky blue flowers. Ooh, that sounds awesome. I love weeping willows. They're my favorite tree. So that sounds freaking awesome. They weave over us like a canopy, blocking out most of the sky and sunlight. Some golden beams are able to filter through, but the flowers are fluffy and thick. I let out a small breath. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
The branches sigh. Streams of blue blooms flutter in the breeze. Lana reaches up to touch one, her fingers lingering at the end.
If I ever wanted to be alone, or not have the servants find me, I'd go here.
Really? They didn't know about this place? She's smiling, but her voice is soft as the flowers. She meets my eyes and then blushes, looking away. Why did you want to be alone? She hesitates.
I struggled a lot with what I wanted to do, and what my parents wanted me to do.
You still do.
I didn't want to disappoint them, but there were so many things they wanted me to do I felt was pointless.
Like what?
Like embroidery lessons.
Yeah, that does sound pointless. Her voice raises in frustration.
Those stupid tiny stitches! Do you know how many times I pricked my fingers because of that? And it's not even useful sewing, like mending clothes. It's literally just for decoration. But a lady embroiders. And so my mother insisted that I do so too.
Yeah, this is some real Leanna stuff we're getting here. Holy cow. That does sound tough, actually. Like it's embroidery. Is it hard? No. But having stuff imposed upon you don't want to do, especially if it goes against who you are, that's tough. I understand how that can be difficult. She turns to me, her anger melting.
Did you go through that too?
A little of both. Not really. My parents were strict about some things. No matter how hard I tried, they wouldn't budge on it. But in many ways, they let me decide what I want to learn and let me shape my own future. Then it looks thoughtful.
That sounds like a good balance. I suppose my parents could have always been worse. They did still let me pursue some of my own interests, after all.
It's true. There are a few leaves sticking up in her hair from the shrubs. I smile, plucking them out. Hannah meets my gaze and blushes. A few sapphire petals have fallen into her hair. I brush those away too. My fingers slide down the end of her blonde locks and I twirl the curl of her hair around. Lana smiles, bashful. I do feel like I'm in a fairy tale. I could just kiss the girl. Let's just kiss the girl. Time seems to slow as I gaze into her eyes. The peacefulness of the garden fills me with courage. I know Leanna wants to keep us a secret, but we're finally alone. Her eyes search my own. I feel myself drawn to her crystal blue eyes. In this moment, everything feels perfect. I wrap my arms around her and pull her close. She loops her arms around my neck, sealing the distance between us. I lean down and place a gentle kiss on her lips. She responds eagerly, pressing against me. Jeez! Deepening the kiss. I feel her hunger for me as I taste the sweetness of her lips. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, this place is meaningful to her, and we're alone. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna... We're taking Kara's advice, aren't we? Her fingers run through my hair as I leave a trail of kisses along her neck. Her breathing catches each time my lips touch her skin. And then, a faint voice. Someone calling.
Lady Leanna!
Oh, fetch! Oh, we freeze.
Lady Leanna!
Hide, hide, hide! The voice raises higher.
Lady Leanna, where have you gone?
Oh no!
Leanna's face flushes. She wiggles until I release her.
We better go.
Besides, based on what you said, we still got a few hours before he finds us. I try to pull her back, but she escapes my grasp.
Nuh-uh, it's time to go.
She smooths out her hair and skirt. I sigh. Alright. I try to go follow her, but Leanna stops me.
Wait! We can't leave together.
Why? Leanna blushes.
Because. Just wait here for a little bit. I'll go back first, and then once there's been enough time, then you can follow.
Okay. She smooths out her hair and skirt one more time. She's about to leave when she suddenly turns back around. She plants a quick peck on my cheek and flashes me a smile, then leaves. I wait for about another 10 or 15 minutes before I finally make my way through the garden. Well, that was exciting. I get lost a few times in the maze, but eventually find my way back out. As I return to the main estate, I decide to go back to town to see what else is going on. That was awesome. Walk down the drive until I reach the cobbled street of town. Alright, I'm gonna go find Kara. We always have interesting conversations. Let's find Kara. Hey, Kara, wait up! I catch up to Kara and we make our way to the marketplace together.
Boy!
That doesn't really make sense time-wise, but whatever. I glance down at my feet and see the Pongo smiling up at me. He hops up on my shoulder, hitching a ride as we walk. Once we reach the marketplace, we stop by the nearest stall. Ah. She holds up a nice shirt. The Pongo inspects it with her.
What do you think about this?
Boy!
Oh, you really think so?
The Pongo jumps up and down.
Boy!
Kara glances at the shirt again, then frowns.
I don't know. Might be too fancy for his tastes.
She puts it back where she found it.
Oh!
She gestures towards the tent that's selling genuine-looking swords. Some of them are decorated with jewels.
What about one of those? Those are nice, right?
Oh, she's actually getting him a present. Ooh, well, that's nice. The Pongo nods in agreement.
Boy!
On second thought, I don't know. He's not really a sword guy.
If you're shopping for Zack, Zack really doesn't seem like someone who would really need much. He likes things pretty bare bones. Although, isn't he the best cook? Like, he's the best at cooking, right? What if you got him some cooking tools? Like, something that could, like, help him, like, make more interesting dishes.
There's a stall selling sweets and desserts. Everyone likes those, right?
Boy!
Kara plants a hand on her hip.
Are you just agreeing with everything I say?
The Pongo grins, then bounces even higher than before.
Boy!
Kara sighs.
That's not very helpful.
I stifle a laugh. I guess the Pongo isn't the best shopping buddy. What are you looking for?
A gift for Zack. But he's a lot harder to shop for than I thought. And the little blue guy here is not helping.
Yeah, it's not like he'd know.
Boy!
She looks thoughtful as she turns back to me.
Hey, so you're a guy. What do you think Zack would want?
Socks? you know what? You could diss the socks, but I'd love a pair of nice socks, personally. He does love guns. Leather comes in many as 50 shades. Ooh. So socks, not so helpful. These two actually have potential. He does like his leather, and she could get something like suggestive, which could be great or not. But honestly, something with his guns. Zack likes shooting things. Kara blinks and laughs.
True.
You have any kind of games or something that involves that?
Involves what? Shooting.
I nod. Kara thinks about it, then she brightens.
Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Cool, let's see what this is. Kara leads me to a different section of the shop that has another man at the counter. He's surrounded by trinkets and toys.
Hello, how can I help you today?
I'm looking for wind rings.
Of course, right this way.
He shows us a sphere.
Here it is.
I blink. I don't get it.
It's a game. You shoot targets.
What targets? It's just a sphere.
The targets are activated by wind magic. See that button on the top? You press it and the sphere shoots out energy rings which go in 6 different directions. You have to try to shoot within the target.
Ah, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty neat, actually.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. This game is pretty popular.
I'm not from around here. The salesman shrugs.
This comes with an underpowered wind discharger. You won't find a better deal anywhere else.
I'll take it.
The Pongo grins.
Boy!
Kara beams after purchasing the game. Her eyes zone to a location with silken garments.
Oh, those look pretty.
She starts to head into that section of the store. I begin to follow her when she stops me.
You might not want to go in there.
Uh-oh. It's one of those sections. Why not? She points at the sign, which clearly reads, Vicky's Mysteries. Take a longer look inside. The stall knows bras hanging off the shelf. Oh! Leanna probably wouldn't be happy to hear I went to an underwear shopping with Kara. I think I'll go walk around town, actually. Kara grins.
I'll catch up with everyone later.
I'm about to scoop up the Ponko, but he follows Kara inside. That little pervert. Oh well, I make my way out of the shops and back to the center of town. I think about my next move. Let's find Zack. Let's go see what our good buddy Zack's up to. Nothing much. I make my way through the town until I stumble across the inn. Here we go. It looks surprisingly familiar. Like, we've seen this before. I'm surprised to see Zack drinking at a table instead of his usual position at the bounty board. I slide into the seat next to him. Hey. Zack blinks as if coming out of a trance.
Oh. Hey.
You alright, buddy? His eyes seem distant, like he's got something on his mind. Everything okay? He doesn't say anything. His hands tighten around his mug.
Yeah, I've just been thinking.
Yeah? I sit up straighter. Oh? A pause, waiting for him to continue. About what?
My parents.
Oh. Zack is actually confiding in me? This feels like a whole new level of trust in our friendship. I get that. Sometimes I think about my parents too. I wonder what they're doing or if they're thinking about me. Zack nods sympathetically.
It's a bit different for me. I became an orphan when I was really young. I don't remember my real parents that much. But I do remember the sense of warmth and security I had with them.
Do you think they're still around?
I know that they loved me. They were good to me. They...
He hesitates, searching for the words.
After they were taken from me, I guess I always hunted for that feeling of being accepted and wanted.
A nod. Yeah. I can't even begin to imagine what Zack has gone through.
Damon gave me that.
His throat bobs. He takes a heavy drink. After a moment, he shakes his head.
Vera was already a part of the group when I joined. He had been there for a full year. Damon looked after the both of us. Since I couldn't remember my real father that much, I always looked up to Damon. He was like a father to me. I thought he was like a father to Vera too, but...
His grin tightens around his mug again.
We all loved Damon. Everyone in that group supported each other like a real family. To know that Vera could betray us like that.
Yeah. His words feel heavy. They hang in the air. I'm not sure what to do, so I reach over and clasp a hand over his shoulder. I'm really sorry, man. He nods.
Thanks. It's all over now anyway.
He trails off. No, continue listening.
Sorry. I didn't mean to get all serious.
No, it's completely fine. We've gone through a lot. Sometimes it's better just to let it out. Zack nods.
Thanks.
I nod. What are friends for? A small smile tugs at his lips.
Seriously, though. If it weren't for you guys, this whole Vera business would have been a whole lot worse.
I bet.
So, thanks.
You're welcome, man. We fall into a comfortable silence. Zack seems more at ease now. I think he's finally starting to make sense of his past. Zack takes a few more steps of his drink. I eventually give up and stretch my legs. I think I'm gonna go walk around outside for a bit. You wanna join? He shakes his head.
I've got a bounty board to check.
Yep, there he goes. He grins and I match it before saying my goodbyes. Dang, he's kind of come around, hasn't he? I was super critical of him at first, but I think he's come around as a character. I leave the inn. I feel comfortable knowing Zack feels more like his usual self. Alright, now for Amelia. I may go right back to the town center and ponder my next move. I remember Amy mentioning she got a library. Circle around town. To my surprise, I find one. After making a lap inside, I don't find Amelia. I wonder where she could be. I make my way towards the marketplace where there seems to be the biggest crowd. As I pass a bookstall, I recognize Amelia's cloak. Huh? I haven't read any good books in a while. Wonder if Amy's gonna pick out. Probably a history book or some nonfiction. Oh, but she's got a secret stash. Hey! She stops and turns around.
Oh, greetings.
Hello.
Holy
what can I interest
Toby.
you in today?
That's funny. I have a really good friend named Toby. I'd pay good money to see him wearing a wig like that. We're just browsing. Amelia flips through one of the books.
The pictures are quite fascinating. They're unlike any text I've seen before.
He beams.
These are character books.
Yeah, character books.
Yes.
He flips through one of the books. They look like comic books with pencils of hand-drawn characters speaking through the thought bubbles. As I glance at the novel Amy's looking at, I notice they're all the same art style. These look like mangas we had back home. Amelia blinks.
I see. And those are fictional narratives?
I would say like 99% of the time, yes. Yeah. She hesitates and continues flipping through it. I'm surprised you're still checking these out. I would have expected you to be the type interested in mangas.
In truth, I have never read one.
I could help you find something you might like.
That would be appreciated. What do you recommend?
Now that you mention it though, she might be hard to pick. Magical girls? Maybe. Pretty boys? Maybe. Anything with robots? Of course! Well, magical girls she might be able to relate with. Pretty boys might be something she could get obsessed with. I don't know if they'll have robots. Okay, something she can relate with, or something she might get obsessed with. A good place to start might be something more kind of close to home. Talk to Polly with a cute girl in a pink dress. She holds up her manipulator and sparks fly out of it. You should try this one. She uses magic to help others, kind of like you do. Amy inspects it.
Intriguing. All of the texts I've read about casting have all been about casting technique. I am quite curious to understand how a fictional novel would illustrate casting.
Amy accepts my suggestion and approaches the salesman.
I would like to purchase this novel.
Excellent choice.
She turns to me.
Are you also purchasing a character book?
Buy the hentai book? I don't need a hentai book, thank you very much. Heck, good grief. Things are getting freaking steamy nowadays with Leanna. I don't think we need anything close to a hentai book. Sure, why not? Yeah, one of these did catch my eye. I pick out one of the mangas and pay for it. The salesman places our books in 2 separate bags. I'm excited to dive into a new manga. It's been a long time.
Thank you for helping me choose the perfect fictional narrative.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we can come back if you like it. I hope you enjoy it. She nods.
I have spent much time in leisure. I should make productive use of this free time and see if there's any research or reading I could do on either the Shadow Temple or Void to help us with our imminent battle.
Not likely, but maybe. That makes sense. I'll leave you to it then. She nods and we separate, going our different ways. I think I'll finally spend some me time. I'll wander around town, checking out the shops and sights. Not too different from most of the places we visited so far, although I do notice how clean and well kept the place is. It's a place of order. Once the sun begins to dip in the sky, I head back towards the mansion. And that is where we're going to end for today. So we're going to have the whole family conversation next week. That'll be exciting. I don't know. It's going to be freaking weird. But hey, we've kind of been building up for this, and so I feel like it's inevitable, and I think it's something that's going to be good for Leanna. She's probably going to have to stand up for herself. I hope we don't have anything true dramatic go down, but who knows. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. What an interesting episode we've had, and promising future. So we have this arc with Leanna's backstory, and I guess we've had everyone a bit now, haven't we? Like Amelia, we had Resolution back in Illumia, and Kara's had a bit of, like, her arc was when, what was it called? It was a place with like the young kids who are being like forced to like look for crystals. And then we had Zack's arc. So I guess that's everybody except for us. But you know, the whole story is our arc. So maybe the Pongo has an arc we haven't discovered yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for joining me for Crystalline. It's always a pleasure to have you around, and this is just a fun. It's full of laughs. That's really what we come here for, and it's nice. It's relieving. It's stress releasing, and I'm very proud of Pixel Fade for making a fun game. So thank you guys so much, and until the next video, watching me or have to see me in next. I'll see you there.